Hello, Cancer. Welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energy and predictions for the sign of Cancer for the end of March. Now, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Cancer, let's go ahead and see what we have for you here for this last portion of the month. Now, the timeline I chose for this reading is the March 22nd, 23rd, so the second to last week of March all the way through to April 7th. All right. Reason I chose that is April 7th is the last day of retrograde. So effectively, we are looking at the final week of March and then the week after. All right. So let's go ahead and let's get all these cards out here, get everything in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. Okay. And I think that's looking just about good enough to me for right now. All right, cool. Energy on the bottom, you have the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is speaking to some potential loss here in your life. The thing about, or a defeat, really. Five of Swords, the thing about it is that it's not like the Ten of Swords, right? The Ten of Swords is something that's completely done and over with. The Five of Swords is maybe a minor challenge or a minor loss, something that you 100% can recover from, okay? Now, what's interesting here is, so we have 9 cards here plus the card on the bottom, right? In this spread, 8 out of 9 cards are very, very positive. You have 1 challenge spot. So when I'm looking at this here, I just immediately have to say that it almost feels like the energy that I'm getting here is that it feels like you think or you feel like a divorce or a breakup or a separation is happening, when in reality it doesn't seem like it actually will. Or if it does, this is going to be something that comes with like benefits, okay? So I'm thinking like separation of assets. You might get a nice settlement from this situation, or it's actually a gift from the universe to have to separate from this person. Okay, that's just right off the bat something that's coming in very clearly, and I'm going to explain that in this middle column. It's very clear here. But let's just dive in. The Ten of Pentacles is the card in the middle here, which is very positive because this middle card influences the rest of the cards. And the Ten of Pentacles is basically anything that you could want in life financially. It is the idea of like building a legacy for yourself. It can be associated with trusts, wills, inheritances, settlements as well. It is about generational wealth, building a legacy, and kind of building your empire type deal. When you get the Ten of Pentacles, you can actually see the family here. Here's the the grandfather, the children, and then the grandchildren with the dogs here in this spread or in this card, and they're living in their estate, right? So it's a card that can indicate like it's a good indicator for actual wealth, in life. Now, you have to take everything into consideration here, but you have this next to the sun. It's very positive, right? And it also suggests that if this is here for you, this is something that you very much have earned with the Seven of Pentacles here in the first column. But it also is a card of family, as I just went through the family scenario on the Ten of Pentacles card. So it can also just quite literally refer to your family. Let's go ahead and move forward here. You have the Page of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Seven of Pentacles showing up in this first column. So there is something harmonious, there's something beautiful, there's something incredible here, kind of like shaping up for you, Cancer, in your financial situation. The Page of Pentacles can be news that you are receiving something. So it can be an inheritance letter or a settlement letter or a job increase, a pay increase. a higher salary, a bonus. All of these sorts of things can happen when you get the Page of Pentacles. Again, coming back to the Ten of Pentacles in the middle, anchoring this reading is very positive. And then the Seven of Pentacles as well, which represents like a harvest that you have worked hard for a long time. This person has spent a long, long time tending to these crops, and they are deciding on what they want to do with them. But you have an even like progressed version of the Seven of Pentacles with the 10 here. And so this type of money is money that doesn't happen overnight, right? This is, when you look at the 7 and the 10 of Pentacles, something that you've diligently worked at for a very long time, or someone maybe in your family unit, in your family, or someone has worked very, very, very hard to accumulate these assets or this amount of money. So I am getting an idea here that there might be an inheritance on the table for some of you. With the Lovers card and this next column, it's possible that there is a settlement, okay? Like here, for sure. Like a separation of assets deal. But if your relationship is going well, there's a different message here. It's perhaps that you have climbed the ladder in your career in some way. And you're kind of just realizing that, like, yeah, I deserve to take this higher paying position, or I deserve this opportunity that's, coming forward for me. I'd want to see the Page of Wands. Page of Pentacles sees the money coming in or the money happening, but so it's almost like it's probably happening from within your situation, your current situation. But Page of Wands may suggest a move with a higher salary. It depends. But certainly that could be the case as well with a card like this, a reading like this. What else do I have to say about this first column? Well, there's a choice here. There's definitely a choice. The Lovers and the Seven of Pentacles both indicate choice in some direction in life. But this is an incredibly, it's like this is a good problem to have type deal. You might have a problem, but it's a good problem to have situation. In the middle column, you have the Three of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. So this one is a very clear message. So let me break this down. So the Lovers can be a significant relationship, like someone you like a strong union. Four of Wands is a marriage card, and then Ten of Pentacles, wealth within the family or money that is shared, shared assets. And then the Three of Swords is separation, potentially. Now, a lot of people ask me, like, is it possible that you can get the Three of Swords and not go through a divorce or a breakup? And yes, that's absolutely possible. Really what the Three of Swords indicates is separation from something that your heart is in, So if you've lived in the family house for 20 years and you now have to sell it, well, your heart is in that place. Like you grew up there or you lived there for a long time. Like a piece of your heart is in that place, right? And selling it is, might come with nice profit, but you're also having to separate from it. That's an example of how the Three of Swords could show up and not predict a divorce or separation. In this case, it's really interesting. There is an inheritance potentially here as well, which is it's like a bittersweet. It's obviously is bittersweet even the right term? Like when you get inheritance, that's obviously great. It's a great thing, but there's also another part of the inheritance, which is, that comes with that as well. That's very challenging to deal with. So that could also show up with the Three of Swords as well. So yeah, on a different level, there is some of you here, Cancer, with the Four of Wands, it's not just about marriage, but it's also about it is ceremonies, but it is about stability as well in your situation, like coming to some level of stability around something, right? So for you, for those of you who are not expecting an inheritance, or you're not divorce is just not on the table, you're good in your relationship. It seems like there's a new level of maybe financial stability. Maybe you're realizing that you really did indeed make a great investment in some area, and you were able to make that investment because you worked hard and you climbed the ladder. With this Page of Page of Pentacles. I love this Page of Pentacles. I'm feeling good energy from this. I keep going back to it, but of course, when you anchor a reading here with the Ten of Pentacles, it's very positive. All right, let's move forward here. You have the Hanged Man, the Sun, and the Seven of Wands. Sun's been showing up for so many people. The Sun is obviously a bright spot in the tarot. It's the best card. It's absolute success and happiness. And it really, really augments the cards around it. So for you, it's like there might be some substantial like inheritance or settlement that some of you are going through, whether through divorce or some other means. There might be something substantial here. Now, this is, again, I hope that you connected to what I was saying earlier, which is this is not this is not money that came overnight. Okay, this is money that somebody worked hard for, diligently saved for, whether that is you or through another person. This is longer term type of deal. And yeah, it's a very positive sign. And then you have this Hanged Man, which is this idea of like letting go of something or needing to move out of the state of limbo. It's possible that like some of you have been waiting for this inheritance or settlement or whatever it is, and you've been in the wait and see game with the Hanged Man, but it's likely on the way here, based on this reading. We'll see what happens in the clarifications, but I say likely because with the Seven of Wands, that could mean that there's a dispute or some competition here around this situation with the Seven of Wands. So why don't we go ahead and clarify this even more and see what else is coming forward for you here, Cancer, and see what shows up. We're going to go ahead and start by clarifying this reading by pulling some oracle cards. So let's go ahead and get a few of these and see what's showing up. All right, so we'll take these two and then, all right, and that one. Let's also take a look at the energy on the bottom. You have Warrior, Be Fearless, and Stand Strong. Well, that is the, actually the person like on the Seven of Wands could be considered a warrior. This person is standing strong in the face of competition or challenge. And, you know, so you do have this warrior spirit here that's coming forward in the cards. You then here have Seer, see beyond the current situation, as well as Trader. Exchange energy to create abundance. Okay. The thing about this Seer card, the Seer card is really sticking out to me with the Hanged Man. Okay. So the Hanged Man, in some respects, you could say, is seeing beyond the current situation. You can see like the halo here around their head as they are in this state of like contemplation or meditation or limbo. So I think that you're kind of looking at what's next, okay? Kind of looking at what's next. And then, let's see here. You also have Heart Guardian, Love and Let Yourself Be Loved, Shaolin Master, Be Graceful in Movement and Action, and then Winter, Take Care of Your Needs. All right, here's the thing. I said this to another sign. If you receive like a large sum of money in whatever way it comes, know that that is your karma. Like you are, that it is your karma to have that money, right? It's up to you what you do with it, but you do not feel like guilty or unworthy for receiving some type of large sum of money. It is your karma to have that money. And yeah, what you do with it afterwards is also going to create new karma for yourself. But that came in with this Heart Guardian card. Love and let yourself be loved. That message came into my mind because some people may feel like, oh, I didn't work for this or whatever. That's why there's like a statistic, I forget what the exact percentage is, but the majority of people who win the lottery blow it. You know, they lose it, or something happens to them, like mentally, right? They may deal with some mental health challenges because it's like, you know, they don't deserve it, or they feel like they don't deserve it, but in reality, it's their karma. Yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue forward here and start to clarify this situation even more. So I do hope you're doing well, Cancer. Hope things are good for you. And we'll see what's coming forward for you in the clarifications. All right. So you have the Queen of Swords, the Six of Cups, wow, and the Two of Swords. Okay. Yeah, there might be a dispute here on the settlement or the inheritance that's coming in. I know this is very specific, but I haven't had a message around a dispute or inheritance that has been this literal in a long time. And the reason I say that is the Two of Swords can indicate disputes or somebody challenging you, especially when combined with the Seven of Wands. But this is more like a challenge in like somebody may be trying to prevent you from speaking or taking your voice away, trying to take your voice out of this situation. When in reality you truly do have a seat at the table type deal. You then have the Six of Cups here, which is reminiscence on the past or something from the past. Okay, interestingly enough, Six of Cups with the Lovers, it can mean a couple things, but that's a very interesting combination. It can mean a couple things. It can mean that the person that you're in a relationship with or you were in a relationship with is a past life connection. Okay, like a very strong, you had karma to work through from your past life. Also, on another level, it could mean, like, especially during, this is one of the retrograde cards, the Six of Cups. It can mean that an ex-lover or a lover from the past is coming back in at this time. Six of Cups has been showing up for so many people recently, and the Page of Swords, which are both retrograde cards. Also, the Six of Cups is like the family home or the homeland. It's the homeland. You can actually see the kids here in the brother and sister here in the farm or the estate. And so I do think that, yeah, it's just, I don't want to sound like a broken record because I feel like I have this entire reading, but yeah, there's definitely something about shared assets and resources here. And then you have the Queen of Swords as well, which could be like an executor of an estate. Or let me try to get another message here. I mean, I'm trying not to fit. Like, I just have to go with what the cards are saying. But so the Queen of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is a messenger, okay? This is somebody who's offering something. Queens, in this case, in the Queen of Swords, is somebody who is going to deliver a fair judgment. All right. And this can also, Swords is the suit of communication. So there's something about something being communicated to you very logically around your money situation. I do think that there's maybe a job race for some of you on the table as well, if you're still here. So you have the Five of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Swords, and the Five of Wands. Yeah, so the Five of Pentacles with this Three of Swords, it's like some of you feel like, oh, I don't deserve this. I'm going to say, like, if that's the energy you notice yourself in right now, it would be wise or it'd be beneficial to turn that around to the best of your ability. I know it's easier said than done, but any large sum of money that comes to you, whether in whatever form it comes, right, whether it's lotteries or casinos or inheritances, settlements, whatever it is, like, it is your karma to have that money. It is. And yeah, don't let anybody like make you feel bad for getting that or whatever it is. So with the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Swords, definitely that's the energy I'm getting here. There's something about this situation that's keeping you up late at night with the nightmares. Whether the Nightmares card here with the Nine of Swords, and then the Five of Wands, another card that may indicate like fighting or disagreements or arguments, while the Seven of Wands is like standing your ground against against people or defending your position. I think that's what I have to say about that. But yeah. So whatever scenario you're in here, whatever scenario is yours, if this is your reading, like whether it's, you're getting this job raise or, divorce, settlement, inheritance, whatever, it feels like this is like all encompassing right now. Like it's taking up a lot of your energy and your time mentally, and you can't stop thinking about it. Probably because you really care about it. And yeah, let's go ahead and move forward here. Let's take a look at the final column. So you have the Hanged Man. Wow, you have the Hanged Man clarifying the Hanged Man. You have the Empress and the High Priestess. Okay, so there's the Empress is perhaps the most abundant card in the tarot, especially when it's with the Sun, you know. And then we also have basically the other one, which is the Ten of Swords the Ten of Pentacles, which is under this Nine of Swords. So I do see like a pretty substantial increase for some of you here. A windfall. I see a windfall. Yeah. Some of you are getting a windfall, and then others of you are like finally realizing that, finally realizing all of the hard work is paying off in your career, and how your career and your money situation kind of fit into each other. You're getting the results of your labor here, and it will feel like a windfall as well. High Priestess is secrets, interestingly enough. Yeah, any secrets, it's a lot of things, but that's coming to mind with the High Priestess. Those are coming to light at this time. You do have the Six of Swords, which can indicate transitions in life. So let's go ahead and see what else is happening here for you. Cancer, we're going to go ahead and pull some Kipper cards here and see what the Kipper has for you. All right, so you have message, despair, house, child, false person, and bad health. Yeah, it feels, yeah. Well, family room and community. Yeah, I mean, it feels like there's a very significant family situation here that many of you are, if this is your reading, that many of you are just dealing with right now. The family home, you see the house or something like this here. And there's like a disruptor with the false person here. That feels like there's a disruptor that is just causing stress and distress for many people and probably you. Now, in the other timeline, again with the Page of Pentacles and the message card, Queen of Swords, I think that you will be pleasantly surprised in any sort of like, if you approach your boss or your employer for a job raise, I think that you will be pleasantly surprised. It may take a little. You might have to sell yourself. Sell. And what I mean by that is you might have to sell your talents. You might have to convince or sell your talents, your assets, your skills to the powers that be. But you will be pleasantly surprised. Yeah. Okay, so this is what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here, Cancer. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.